Hi, guys. I'm sorry that I am not live with you here this evening. I know that it's kind of like a little bit of a fool, a little bit of a, I'm kind of fooling you a little bit because it looks like I'm live, but I'm not live. The truth is that I had a client enroll, a new client enroll last week, and I really needed her to start before she starts her cancer treatments on Thursday. And tonight was the only time that I had available for her to start that path with me. And so I really needed to get her in and I get that process started with her. So this is just a recording, but I didn't want to miss this very, very important topic because I know a lot of you were really excited. I got tons of messages about people saying, and people and clients and other people telling me how excited they were to learn more about this idea that lack is something that may be stopping your healing. So we're going to jump right in because we don't have comments or anything to do tonight. So I'm going to jump right in and I'm going to share with you my thoughts about the lack mentality and why it's holding you back from your healing. So first of all, let me just say this right off the bat, is that lack is the opposite of wholeness. Kind of puts it in your face a little bit when I say it like that, doesn't it? Lack is the opposite of wholeness. And what is healing? What does it mean to be cancer-free? It means that your body is whole. And so if we're living in a lack mentality, lack of resources, lack of money, lack of healing, lack of treatments, lack of options, lack of emotions, lack of support, if we're living in that, then we're creating an environment that is impossible to be whole in. And so, in my opinion, lack is the most dangerous of all negative emotions because when we are functioning in lack, we are not allowing ourselves the opportunity to be whole. Let me back up and say this again. You are separating yourself from the thing that you want most. That thing that you desire more than anything, which is to be whole, which is to not have cancer anymore. And I don't care if you have stage 1 cancer or you have, pre-cancer or you're stage 4. I don't care if they've given you a time limit of living. None of that matters. You have to operate in the emotion of wholeness. And we separate ourselves from that. We say we want it. We talk about all the ways we can get it. And in fact, sometimes we go down the path of trying to achieve it. But we're constantly in that lack mode. And I'm referring to my notes a lot because I have some really good notes I want to share with you guys tonight. But you might be thinking about being cancer-free and want it so badly that you're obsessing about it. That's all you think about is being cancer-free, But you're separating yourself from the manifestation of that. If you have not manifested it already in your life, chances are, if you dig deep enough and you scratch the surface, it's because you're living in that lack mentality. But if instead you were living like it was already your reality, that you had already achieved those things, I have several clients that are living in their reality of never having cancer again. And it's amazing to watch them transition. Both of them that I can think of right off the top of my head are stage 4 clients. And they are living their life as if they are already cancer-free. Sure, they have bad days. Sure, it's not perfect every single day, but when has your life ever been perfect every single day? Ever? Never. So here are the many things that we could feel lack in. Lack of resources, lack of trust, lack of money. I've even heard lack of cooking skills. I have had people that have actually not enrolled in my coaching program because I asked them to cook. What are you willing to give up? You willing to learn some cooking skills? If somebody's ready to walk with you one-on-one, side by side with you and teach you these processes, and it could get you something that you ultimately want, why would you stay in that lack? Lack of cooking skills, lack of confidence, lack of clarity, which is a biggie. A lot of people feel like they have they don't even realize that they have the lack of clarity. They've spent so much time learning about cancer and learning about what is happening to them and talking to all these people and reading all of these blog posts and looking at all these websites and making all these phone calls, and they still don't have what they want, which is to not be cancer-free anymore. And every single one of them, not to be cancer-free anymore, not to have cancer anymore. Every single one of them, the one commonality that they have is that they operate in lack. Everyone thinks that it's a lack of knowledge that is holding them back. So they go in and they try to scrape together all of this knowledge. And if I get all of these books and I take all these courses and I do all of these things, then I'll have the knowledge to not have cancer anymore. But in reality, it's the lack of connecting to what they want the most that is keeping them from healing. They are separated from it. They've gone and they've gotten all this knowledge. How many people come to me? I've done this. I've done that. I've tried this. I, did this juice diet. I follow this guy on Facebook. I did his. He had colon cancer. I don't have colon cancer, but it's okay, because he healed himself. So therefore, I have breast cancer, but it's going to work. Cancer's cancer, right? No. They have all this knowledge. And it's not even about applying the knowledge. There's just no connection to how it works for them. That's operating in lack. Everyone is obsessed about the lack of nutrients or clean foods in their diet. And certainly that's what caused what was happening to them. Or maybe it's what's caused why they're not healing. And so they obsess about getting clean food and, eating all of this, these special diets and doing all of these, special things. And that's going to be the silver bullet. But really, it's the lack of balance in their diet that is the problem. Trust me, if there was a one-size-fits-all diet out there, everybody would be doing it and nobody would have cancer anymore. There's not. That's why you need to find a professional to help you. Stop wasting your time and your money and your energy, things that you feel like you don't have enough of already, on the dream of some diet fixing this problem for you. Nutrition is important. Don't get me wrong. Everything starts with nutrition. But it's not the silver bullet, because if it was, everybody would eat that way and nobody would have cancer. Everyone feels guilt about needing money. Yes, I'm going to go there. What are the 3 things you don't talk about in polite company? Religion, politics, and money. But we're talking about money tonight. We're going to skip the religion and the politics part. Everyone feels guilty about everyone, not just you, not just me, not just my husband. Everyone feels guilty about needing money, and they feel the lack of it the instant that they want to do something for themselves, especially when it has to do with healing. I deal with this every single day. In fact, some of you watching this video are like, is she talking to me? No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everybody. I have clients that had to borrow money to get into a program where they could find some healing, to align their mindset. I have clients that felt so guilty about it, they would call me and say, I don't know if I can do this. It's okay. I understand. Committing to healing, committing to wholeness, and stepping out of lack is a big decision. It's a big decision. The reality is that it's not a lack of money. And I don't care who you are. And you're like, oh, Leslie, you don't know. Yes, I do know. I know because cancer put me into bankruptcy. It destroyed my financial life. I totally get how big this is in your life. I understand completely. The reality is that it's not a lack of money. It's a lack of self-value. It's a lack of investing in one's self and understanding and connecting the dots about what they need to get what they want, which is wholeness. And you have to step over that bridge of lack to get that. And I'm not just talking about with myself. Maybe there's a test that you need and you won't pull the trigger because it costs $700. Maybe there is a doctor that you want to see, but you don't go because he's out of pocket. How much is your life worth? And are you willing to trade it for something that is so replaceable like money? Yes, cancer coaching is an investment. I walk side by side, one-on-one with all of my clients. I am a professional. I understand that it is a commitment. And you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready to step into that. And some people are, and some people aren't. And that's okay. And I'm right for some people, and I'm not right for every single person. I know that. I'm not foolish. I get that. And that's okay. But I guarantee you the people I am right for, they step over the bridge of lack and say, I'm worth it. I'm ready for it, and I'm going to get it. I'm walking in wholeness. I'm not walking in lack anymore. Maybe you feel lack in your ability to heal. But really, it's not that at all. It's lack of understanding how powerful the body is for healing. You are designed for healing. You are not designed to be sick. You're not designed to have cancer. Your body is designed to be well. And if you don't know that, then we need to talk. My body is designed to heal. I was told that I was going to have cancer all over my body within a year, and there wasn't going to be anything that they were going to be able to do to help me. That was 7 years ago. I have no cancer in my body. Every single one of you knows somebody that was given a short, lifespan. They were given a year or 2 years or whatever. And then, it's 15 years later and they don't have any cancer in their body. It's because they stepped out of lack. If you are always worried that there's not enough, that there's not enough time, there's not enough money, that you're going to run out of health, you're going to run out of options for treatment, you are operating in lack. And where you put your attention, your energy is going to flow. If you believe for a second that you're going to run out of options, or that you're going to run out of money, or that you're going to run out of time, guess what? It's probably going to happen. But if instead you make some simple mindset shifts, you begin the practice of thinking differently about things, then you can step out of that lack mentality and step into the opposite of lack, which is wholeness. And I have talked with most of you that have watched this video, and I know your biggest, deepest desires is to heal. Stop operating in lack. Stop operating like you can't get what you want. You have 100% track record of being alive if you're watching this video. There is no reason why you can't have more of that. So here's some simple shifts. Options will run out. This happens a lot with people who have stage 4 cancers. I'm going to run out of options for treatments. What about there's an abundant amount of options out there? Simple shift. What about this? I can't afford to. Shifting it to, I can't afford not to. God, I have to do this every single day. I had such a hang up on I can't afford to, and have to shift to I can't afford not to. Leslie, how many people do you want to help? You're going to help all these people. You need to figure out the resources to make that happen. Time, energy, money, commitment. What if I can't heal? That's a big one, right? What if I can't heal? What happens when I heal? Simple shift. What does my life look like when I'm completely healed? I had to say to one of my clients the other day, you're going to have to get used to the idea of not having cancer anymore. She's been working through stage 4 cancer for a long time. You're just going to have to get used to the idea of not having cancer anymore. Your new normal. Things are only going to get worse. That's a really common one. Things are only going to get worse. How about shifting it to the best is yet to come? What if the very best of your past became the very worst of your future? Wait a second. Think about that. It's kind of a brain tickler. What if the very best things that have happened to you in your past become the very worst of your future? In other words, it only gets better from here on out. That's what happened in my life. That's what's happened a lot in my clients' lives. The best was yet to come. All right, that's all I have for you this evening. Again, I apologize for not being here live with you. I love you and I missed you and I missed all of your comments. I'll look forward to seeing them when I get back to my computer this evening and be able to see your comments after you guys watch the recording. If you want to connect with me, please do. I am a holistic cancer coach, certified holistic cancer coach, certified holistic nutritionist. I do come here every Tuesday night with the Cancer Coach Talks, and these kind of talks, typically they're live. Tonight is not. And if you are interested in finding more about working with me, I will leave a link in the comments and you can go check that out. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening, and I will look forward to seeing you later this week in a live broadcast. Stay well, stay in wholeness, stay out of lack, and just remember the one crucial thing about this entire conversation tonight, and that is cancer is not your destiny. Love you guys.